All right, guys. Mark Ferrasci with Protect Dog Training. I got Zack out. Getting towards the end of his training program. I'll try to teach him a couple more behaviors. But if you guys haven't noticed by now in my training program, I split the act of teaching a dog a behavior and where the dog's mind is at, his mental mind state, his state of mind within the work, into two separate parts. Behaviors to me are very easy. I can teach a dog to stand on his head and twirl if I want to. That's behavior. Where's the dog's head at in the work? That's a whole different issue. Okay? Yep, freehand. So with Zack, very high energy outflow. We just came out of the backyard, and you see his mental mind state is right now pretty pitched. He's real excited to be out, and it's always a bear to try to get him out and flowing. Yep, freehand. You go freehand. Now you could take a ball and run it out of him real quick, but every time you do that, the dog starts to learn to want to expend energy right after the get-go, and you're not going to get him to settle down. So go the other way, teach him to stay calm. You've got to work for me, you've got to do what I want first, and then you get your reward of expending that energy and getting to go to ball play or whatever it may be. So again, being conscientious of the dog's drive state is real important. So I'm going to try to teach him 2 or 3 more behaviors before we go. He's got the come. That's a specific command. I usually don't really work on that too much in the first phase because I don't care. It's not a functional command, really. Everybody else wants the dog to come. Sure, that's important, but I get it and achieve it another way. I call it a conditioned heel. I teach the dog to break out of whatever he's doing and to hit my side because it's more functional, because I do a right about turn and right away my body is going away and the pack leader is leaving the area, and the dog's job is to stay with the pack leader. So obviously it makes a lot more common sense with the dog's instinct to be able to get the dog to break out of whatever he's doing and hit my side. I call that a conditioned heel. Specific, a come and a finish is specific command. I usually do in a show ring or some kind of location you're doing for sport, or AKC show ring or whatever it may be. And the dog has to come, sit directly in front of you, and then do a finish. And we're going to do that to this week. I'm going to start trying to kind of play with that. I think I'll leave enough of it open so I can start educating the customer how you train behaviors. And I'll leave it open for them to be able to finish that. That'll be their homework. And the challenge will be to finish that behavior and to understand what the last behaviors that I taught him, and that they can work on that. I'll show him all the other stuff that he already does, but it's all about educating the customer, because remember, a dog is a product of 2 things: his breeding, his genetic stamp, who he is as an individual as far as genetics, whatever breed, etc., and his environment. Well, the owners are his environment. He lives with them. He doesn't live with me. And so they have to make sure that they learn and that they do their homework, and they go out and they work this animal and stay on top of it. Otherwise, they're just going to be pissing their money away. So it's very important. And anytime that customers usually have problems and they're looking to go to a dog trainer, it's all about their concepts. What do they perceive that dog training is? Most people don't even have a clue as far as the criteria, how well the dog should be trained, etc., and they're getting sold a bill of goods by a dog trainer, and the dog trainer is usually, most of the time, doesn't get into these real, honest, forthwith ideals and attitude about what training is all about. Zack, good boy. Up, good boy. Down. Good boy, you stay. Good boy. So it's very important to me that I try to do what I do in my videos and trying to communicate to you folks. Down. Good. I know it's not in the shade. Come on. Come here. Good boy. Zack, up, good boy. Down. Good boy. Now you're in the shade. Good boy. So, it's important to me as I do these videos and I get more of an audience and more people that watch what I do, to have you be educated to a point where you understand exactly what you should expect out of a dog trainer and what their criteria should be. What are they there and what should they give you in their services, okay? Because I think a lot of dog trainers take advantage of it and really don't fulfill the object that I would. I want a dog that works. You notice I just put him up there, I gave him a down, and there he is. His mental mind state goes to a different place because I've conditioned the animal in such a way that I've taught the dog to toggle his mental mind states, his drive states. Very important to be cognizant and aware of the dog's drive states, because when you're working, that's exactly what you're doing. You're learning how to manipulate and to be aware of the dog's drive state that will get in your way. If he's in too high of a drive state, you bring out a ball. Watch what happens to Zack. He's out to lunch. okay, or whatever I'm doing in the work that allows me to get these drive states to go to the places that I want them to go. The more you practice, pretty soon those drive states, even with a high energy outflow dog like this, will go to those spots. And this is because of conditioning and how I've worked the animal. It's not just heel, sit, down, stay. It's not just the behaviors. Where's the dog's head at in the work? Very important, okay? So I'll let you guys go. We're going to be showing you more, hopefully, as I finish up on Zack. Maybe get the customer to do a good film of his ending there. Zack, nope, down. Good. He knows no, and he knows his markers, so he right away complied. So I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good day. Bye-bye.